About that and the principle of rationalization. In the legislative drafting or making process, you have the people who play a critical role. In the ruling by the Constitutional Court, in the petition that was challenging removal of age limit, the Constitutional Court ruled that once the people are not properly consulted and their views taken in the decision making as we make laws, then those laws are unconstitutional. That's a decision. Even the principle was upheld by the Supreme Court. The people are central in any legislative process. This Coffee Amendment Bill leaves the voice of the people out. If anybody challenges it in court, it might collapse on that virtue of lack of consultation from the people, the farmers, the stakeholders in the coffee industry. Their views are not part of this bill, and it might collapse on that basis. The other element that might also be found wanting by courts if the law is put to test is the conduct of the speaker and the tribal remark she made at the first reading that was caught when she thought the mics were off. A presiding officer is supposed to be neutral, and that's a constitutional requirement. That remark, removes the neutrality. Hard. No.
But also today she said if you have it proved.
Yes, I know. And I watched that remark on YouTube on the channel of Parliament. So it exists.
No.
Yes.
When
but
you use AI, she becomes a robot.
So that also might be found wanting by courts of law if the law is tested. So for me, what is in there is, I don't know what odds NRM was, racing with. They have the numbers beyond 350 plus. It's unimaginable that NRM can lose a decision where their members are convinced and properly briefed. So I don't know what their panic was about. The second, now the fourth issue that also could be put to test are the remarks of the president, where he called the people that were against the rationalization of the bill criminals, terrorists. It was just coffee. It was just coffee, and people were debating whether to retain an autonomous agency or take it back to the ministry. Coffee belongs to the farmers. It's their land, it's their plant, it's their labor. Was it necessary to call people criminals and terrorists? Even that is problematic. So having said that, I want to talk briefly about the principle of rationalization, which is good. And all Ugandans support the principle of rationalization because we have a bloated government. We have a bloated public administration structure. But if we were serious about rationalization, where is the biggest leakage for taxpayers' money? We have one of the biggest cabinets in sub-Saharan Africa, 81 ministers. We have the biggest parliament competing with India, 550 plus. We have the biggest number of presidential advisors any country has ever had. We have the biggest number of RDCs. Some districts have 3 RDCs. We create districts every day. Even as we talk towards 2026, there is a debate to create more districts, cities, constituencies, where MPs even have nowhere to sit or stand. They about even failed to fit in the virtual space. You know, what is the agenda of this country? You are saying you want to save taxpayers' money. You are busy appointing RDCs even who never meet you, creating constituencies. Which is which? Can we create one principle and follow through it?
Okay.